Hello, and welcome to Lessons in Love. This isn't a game I would typically play, much less record for a video. However, I stumble upon it on itch.io, and judging based off of the description, it kinda has those Doki Doki vibes to it. I think you'll see what I mean. It's still in development. Hey, v0.14.0 here. Just wanted to point out, this game is 18 plus, just in case you didn't see that. I feel like you should know where this is gonna go. Past Rye sort of forgot to mention that due to the fact that it was kinda glaringly large on the screen there. But, you know, yeah, 18 plus. Just a heads up. And I also wanted to mention that this game is made by DJ No Style, in parentheses, Celibus. In a future part, I'll make sure to show the credits and whatnot. Just wanted to put that out there. Support them if this seems interesting to you. Oh, and one final thing. There will be a no DC thing in the top left corner of the screen, and will be fixed in the next session. It's some dumb NVIDIA thing. I just learned about it myself, so apologies. It's not super intrusive, but I just thought I'd explain why that's there. Alright, back to the video. So let's start this. When was the last time you felt alive? For me, it was when I was just a kid. I lived a relatively normal life. Of course, there were some familial problems here and there. It was nothing really agonized over. Things are different now, though. Now, I'm not even sure if what I'm doing constitutes living or not. Sure, I bet that sounds a little cliche or unwelcome or whatever else you want to call it. But the fact of the matter is, you're here to escape things like that. Aren't you? You're here for the same reason as me. Because reality is boring. Because it wouldn't be socially acceptable for you to conduct yourself the way you will in this game. And that's okay. Nothing is real after all. Nothing will ever be real. Not me, not you, not the characters in this game. Nothing. We're all just air. So, how about we breathe together? Expel your worries from the depths of your lungs and envelop yourself in happier days. For I've created this brand new world all for you. And so I ask you now, before we part ways, what are you willing to do to start over? What are you willing to sacrifice? Oh, right. I haven't granted you the ability to speak yet. Hold on one second. Let me open the script editor. Almost there. Okay, got it. Before I give you your first choice, though, there is one more thing I want to say. And it's probably going to sound a little corny, so please forgive me in advance. What I want to tell you is, there is no exquisite beauty without some strangeness in its proportion. Those aren't my words. They come from the extremely dead poet, Edgar Allan Poe. But I think you'll come to find that they relate to what I've built quite nicely. So without further ado, Are you ready to find true happiness? Good. Then, all you need to do is jump. Well, these options... It's hard to choose just one. I'll go with a third, just to play it safe. Get out of here, Smiley. Welcome home. Numbers. Where am I? Me? Hello? Who's there? Hey? Why is everything so dark? Sensei? Huh? Sensei, are you okay? Class ended 5 minutes ago. Everyone's already left. What did you call me just now? Sensei? But why? Because you're the teacher and that's what we're supposed to call you? I'm your teacher? Yeah? Hey, do you need me to call the nurse or something? You look really pale. I pulled myself away from the desk and began to pace around the classroom. I've never seen this place before, let alone this girl. The last thing I remember is... Huh? Why can't I remember anything? This clearly isn't my life or my body, but... why are you just pacing around like that? Defeated, I go back to the teacher's desk and rest my head in my hands. Sensei? I'm gonna go get the nurse. I think she should be... What? No, I'm fine. I'm just... a little tired. Sorry for dozing off just now. Are you sure? I'm sure. It's Amy. It's what? Amy. You're having trouble remembering my name, right? What? No, of course not. I'm just kind of out of it right now. Right. Well, anyway, we should probably get going. It's going to be dark out before we know it. We? You're coming with me? Why wouldn't I? We live together after all. I live with a student? I'm not just a student, you know. I'm your... If this girl says she's my mistress or something... Niece! Oh. Okay, that's fine. Wait, what? Wow, you really are out of it, aren't you? I guess so. Well, that's okay. I guess getting old can do things like that to a person, huh? I'm not even that old. Am I? Oh well, it's whatever, I guess. Amy gets up and walks away from my desk. Before I know it, she's pulling me through the halls of the school by my hand. I pass by the teachers, whispering that, "Help me! Help! She's kidnapping me!" But it's already too late. Amy, right? Yep. Where are we exactly? Huh? You really don't remember? It's hard to remember something you never learned in the first place. Nope, can't say I do. Weird. This is Kumon me. Right outside of Tokyo. Yeah, I know that place. I'm not allowed to leave the city limits because of the war, but... Wait, war? What war? I've also never heard of Kumonmi. before. Don't tell me this is some sort of isekai.
Weeb, no. Isekai is a genre of manga and anime where the main character winds up in another world, normally via reincarnation. Most of them are absolutely horrible. This one is cool though, I promise.
That's right. You've been at war for a few years now. You should be thankful. Thankful? For war? Why? Well, because you're one of the few men who hasn't drafted. Teachers were exempt from the draft, and with around 99% of the men either dead or in space.
Space?
Itchio. Are you going to let me finish? Oh, yeah. Sorry. Just wasn't expecting that. Right. But as I was saying, with 99% of the men either dead or in space, you're basically on your own here. In fact, I'm pretty sure that you're the only male teacher at the school right now. I'm sure that must be pretty hard for you, huh? With all those cute girls running around and whatnot. Doesn't seem hard to me. In fact, that sounds pretty fucking awesome! Till I go to jail! Guess that's why they put that rule in place. Rule? What rule? Wow, you really don't remember anything, do you? The rule about not getting close to any of the students? Well, at least not on school grounds. Obviously, no one can really keep track of what you do elsewhere. That seems like an oddly specific clause to a rule. It's also not something I'd expect to hear from a student directly. Well, I'm your niece too, so that makes me a little different. I guess it does. So, is there anything else you have any questions about? Well, let's see. What about the students? Can you tell me a little about my class? Sure. Well, it's an all-girls school for starters. Uh-oh. There are 10 total students you're in charge of, including me. Our school is a little different from others in that we're with you for every class of the day. Sometimes a student or two might not show up to class, a couple of them having kiting problems. I also think I heard something about more students joining later on in the year as well. Oh, in addition to being our teacher, you're also our guidance counselor. Some of the girls have issues they have a hard time discussing, so getting them to open up is part of your job. I better be getting paid double for this. Since the semester has only just begun, not everyone has warmed up to you yet. I'm not sure if you remember Maya and Ayane, but you've known them for a couple years. They come to our house to sleep over all the time. If you have any other questions, you can always check out that weird book you keep on your desk at home. Weird book? Maybe some sort of character portfolio thing? Let me check that out when I get home. So any other questions? What about your parents? You should be home. Where are your parents? I'm gonna write you up. Expulsion. What about your parents? Why don't you stay with them instead of me? Amy suddenly goes quiet. Her knees tremble and her breaths become panicked. She scans the city streets with worried eyes, focusing for a long time on the distant horizon before speaking up again. Could you maybe ask something else instead? Alright, what should I ask instead? So, what should I do? Huh? What do you mean? Like, what should I do to get through the game? Game? Sorry, slip of the tongue. What I'm really trying to say is, what is a normal day like for me? Oh, okay, gotcha. Well, on weekdays you'll wake up and come to school. I'm assuming I don't need to teach you how to teach, right? No. I'll probably be fine in that regard. What about weekends, though? On weekends, you can pretty much do whatever you want. If there's someone in particular you want to go out with or invite over to tutor or something, you can always do that. And if not, you're always free to hang out with me. Are you sure about that? Shouldn't you be spending more time with your friends? And end up being a shut-in who watches anime.
I spend plenty of time with my friends. Why are you looking at me like that?
Hey, what about the war? Can you tell me about that war you mentioned earlier?
Nope.
Okay, let's just move on. Smile. I think I know everything I need to.
Cool, in that case, let's...
Amy stops for a moment and glances over to a nearby patio.
Hey, is that Maya over there?
She runs a few steps closer to the patio. I can make out the silhouette of another girl, slightly smaller than her, checking out her smartphone. The girl lets out a sigh as the harsh rays of the sun finally begin to subside after a long and uneventful day. Is any of this really worth it? She wonders. There is no answer. Instead, a familiar voice calls out to her.
Maya! Heyo!
The girl suddenly looks up and locks eyes with me for an uncomfortably long time. Well, it feels like a long time. In all actuality, it's probably only a few seconds. Hello?
What's wrong with you?
Nothing? Amy takes a seat next to the girl and quickly explains what is wrong with me. It's the kids that are wrong these days.
Don't mind him. He's just tired from his nap. You saw him sleeping at the end of class, right? Yeah, but he seems different somehow.
You can talk to me directly, you know.
You seem different somehow. I can't tell why. Did someone come to you in your dreams?
I'm sorry?
Don't mind Maya. She can be a bit of a sketchball at times.
That's kind of offensive. I'm gonna write about this on my Twitter.
I guess you're right. Oh, Maya, were you still planning on coming over tomorrow night?
Couldn't you just come to the dorm instead? I really don't want to be the one to take out your garbage and the truck comes on Saturday too.
Makoto said she'd handle it. She still has a key to the room, right?
Can't see why she wouldn't. She's a student council president after all. She has like 600 keys. Wow. Correct me if I'm wrong here, but isn't it kind of weird for the student council president to have a key to every dorm room? That is a little sketch.
Oh, I asked you the other day, but I guess I'll ask you again now because of the whole amnesia thing you've got going on. This new trend. Is it okay if Maya sleeps over tomorrow?
I guess. I can't see why not. In all actuality, I can think of several reasons why it might not be a good idea for her to stay over. But as I am the new-found owner of this body, I plan on using that to my benefit whenever possible. Sensei, what are you doing? What are you planning?
Hooray! I guess that's that then. I'm gonna get going, Amy. I'll see you tomorrow. See ya, Maya.
Amy watches her friend as she makes her way down the street and disappears under a bridge. What was that all about?
What was what all about?
That girl. She seemed... off.
She's always like that. You'll come to love her in due time.
Love is the strong word. I think I prefer one with a little less commitment.
Oh!
Amy suddenly darts off toward the street.
Sensei, the bus is about to leave. Come on, we've got to get home.
I follow quickly behind her and board the bus.
So here we are, home sweet home.
Huh, it's a little nicer than I thought it'd be.
I'd hope so. You live here after all.
Oh, that reminds me. That girl, Maya, she said something about dorms. Why don't you stay there full time? Isn't that where all the other girls stay?
Are you trying to get rid of me?
What? No. I just figured that's what something a girl your age would want.
And I'm sure you know all about what girls want, Sensei.
You still call me that even when we're home?
You think that's weird?
Yeah, kind of.
Huh. I guess it kind of is, isn't it? I guess I've just gotten used to it ever since you started teaching me and stuff. I like it though. It makes things fun. Kind of like we're role-playing or something.
Don't say it like that. Well, whatever makes you happy, I guess. I think I'll be able to convince Amy to start calling me something else later on, but I probably shouldn't worry about it until the two of us are closer, even though we're already kind of related, so we should be at least close enough for this.
So then, Sensei, I'm going to take a bath. Is it okay for me to go first?
Yeah, sure. I'll go check out, hang out in my room until then.
Roger that. No peeking, okay?
I make no promises. Now, which room is mine? I find what appears to be my room after a quick search of the house. It seems normal enough. I like the boombox back there. Maybe a little less mature than I would have expected for a practicing teacher, but I guess this body is still on the youngerish side. Can't imagine it being that much older than my last one. Huh. I wonder whatever happened to that. Probably nothing. This is as far as I've gotten, so everything else from here on out will be new for me. I noticed a few scattered documents and books next to the laptop. I'm assuming this is where Sensei normally grades papers and whatnot. Can't imagine a life like that being all that exciting. I wonder what he does to pass the time. There's probably all kinds of weird shit in his search history. I begin making my way to where the computer when a particular notebook catches my eyes. What do we have here? I lift the notebook off the desk and inspect it. After thumbing through the first few pages, I realize what I'm holding. Ah, these must be Sensei's student files. I can probably find out some more information about the girls in here. I turn the page to be greeted by a picture of none other than Amy. Amy Arakawa. A lovely young girl I've known ever since she was born. We've always been close. See? We are close. Why? We're apparently not close enough so where she doesn't call me Sensei at home. After the tragic passing of my brother and his wife, I've been looking after her. Their deaths have impacted her in more ways than she's willing to admit. I should avoid bringing them up whenever possible. Whoops. I guess this sort of doubles as Sensei's diary in a way. These don't seem like notes a normal teacher would keep on hand. Though I guess working as their guidance counselor would be a decent excuse. Either way, I should continue on. Maya Makinami. Maya is a strange girl. She's been coming to the school for several years and has known Amy since they were in elementary school. Despite having known her for so long, I don't know much information about her or her interests. All I know is that she cares deeply for Amy and doesn't typically like being around men. Ah, the girl from earlier. It's a little odd that she was able to pick up on something being off about me, especially since it doesn't seem like Sensei knows much about her. Wonder what her deal is. Ayane Amamiya. More like Karen from Kinzero Mosaic. Another one of Amy's close friends. Ayane is surprisingly open for a girl her age. She's incredibly flirtatious and often wanders off to talk to me while hanging out at the house. Her parents have made several large donations to the school, and her father is one of the few males left in the city. I guess he's too rich to go to war. Interesting. I wonder if her family's wealth has something to do with why he hasn't sent... Exactly. Has something to do with why he hasn't sent off with the rest of the men. Yumi Yamaguchi, the class delinquent. Yumi doesn't particularly seem to show any interest in the other girls, other than picking fights with them. I feel like the Gyaru would be the one doing that. The only one who seems to be an exception to that is Chika. I used to see her hanging out at a local arcade with a bunch of Yakuza-looking guys, but she hasn't shown up there since most of the men disappeared. Kiryu?
Nani?
Her attitude has understandably gotten worse since then. I imagine I'll be seeing her in my office quite often. What is a girl her age doing hanging out with the Yakuza? Well, she's probably getting babysat. Looks like I'll need to keep a close eye on her to make sure things don't escalate. Wow, look at me, already thinking like a teacher. Maybe this life won't be so bad after all. Yeah, okay, that is Chika. I mean, at least she's friends with the delinquent. Chika Chosokabe. Unlike Yumi, Chika's actually quite popular with all of the girls. Despite her appearance, she's very bright. The opposite of what I was thinking. She skips homeroom frequently, but I believe it's from losing track of time while she's on her phone and not anything truly malicious. Personal note, she disappears during class, send one of the girls to the bathroom to find her. Okay. A Gyaru type at this age? I guess that makes sense. Yeah, that's like very common. Assuming this is a high school. High school is... yeah. High school is like a battlefield for teenage girls. Maybe she thinks she'll be left behind if she doesn't compete. Makoto Miyamura. The resident student council president and self-proclaimed teacher's pet. Makoto seems to be almost immune to the opinions of others and has no problem sucking up to me at all times. It's not like she needs to, though. She's the top student in her grade and has caused absolutely no problems whatsoever. Can't help but feel like there's some sort of catch. Well said, Sensei. In my experience, girls like this are too good to be true. Of course, my experience is incredibly limited in the field of women, but still. There's got to be some reason this girl is so dead set on being a prefect. Futaba Fukuyama. Futaba seems to have several issues with her self-esteem and often elects to sit out physical education classes. I believe Yumi notices this as she's constantly and ruthlessly targeted by her. Futaba performs very well in Japanese literature and spends most of her time reading, but can get lost in daydreams at times. She's close with Rin, but not so much anyone else. Takes well to positive reinforcement. She seems cute. I have to make sure that Yumi isn't too harsh on her. I wonder how willing Futaba is to open up about her insecurities. It seems like Sensei was already aware of her situation. I'm sure there's something I could do to help her in that regard. Miku Maruyama. Miku has a hard time figuring out when to stop talking. She has a little too much energy for her own good and constantly needs to be reminded to quiet down. She excels in phys ed and is arguably the strongest player on the school soccer team. She may need some coaching in almost every other subject, though. So she's like the tomboy. I'm not sure how good I'll be in terms of coaching her academically, but I guess she's my responsibility now. It's nice to see that I have a tomboyish girl, though. She might be a little easier to get along with. Rin Rokuhara. Rin seems like the cool, calm, and collected type, but has proven to be a bit unpredictable. She'll go through short periods where she doesn't act like herself and often disappears for a few days at a time. She's hesitant to come to me for counseling and often requires a bit of prodding from Futaba. She loves music. Getting her to talk about that might be a good start in terms of learning more about her. Music, huh? Unfortunately, I can't say I know much about the subject. I've always been more into video games and TV in terms of entertainment. Fair. She seems interesting enough, though. Definitely looks like a girl I could get along with. In one of the screenshots for the game, she was on YouTube. Instantly cool. Sana Sakakibara. Sana is, well, strange. She refuses to talk under most circumstances and isn't a member of any clubs. All I know is that she shares a dorm with Ayane and has a part-time job somewhere in the city. Of course, there's always one. It seems that even Sensei didn't understand anything about this girl. So now it falls on me to figure her out. I close the book and toss it back onto the desk. I think I'll keep this handy for now. In the event that I actually learn more about any of these girls, it only seems right to pick up where Sensei left off. But as for now... I better not have gone in with her! What are we doing here? What are we doing in the bath, Oni-chan? Wonder what's going on with him. Jesus, the sound scared the crap out of me. So realistic. Amy, are you almost done in there? It's been a while. Could he really just be tired? No, that can't be it. He'd never forget me, no matter how tired he is. Hey, are you okay? Did you drown? Maybe he'll be fine in the morning then. Yeah, that's it. I'm sure everything will go back to normal soon.
Oh, Timmy!
Oh no! It's Timmy's dad's eye!
I'm respecting your privacy by knocking, but asserting my authority as your father by coming in anyway!
I mean... I wouldn't say he's in the wrong. Because, I mean, if someone's not responding and you're pounding on the door, that is a problem. You know, I don't know about drowning, but they could have been in trouble. I don't know. Oh, you're alive. Huh? I stand in the doorway and stare at Amy. Her small, practically non-existent breasts peer over the water. I can't help but focus on them. At least you didn't say that out loud. That would have been multitudes of bad. Does she not realize I'm here or something? She will be in like 5 seconds. I mean, she and Sensei were technically family, so maybe something like this isn't all that abnormal around here. Weird. A hallucination? Did I stay in the bath too long? Or maybe that's not the case at all. Yeah, you've been in here for almost an hour. I thought you died. Huh. Do hallucinations always talk? They can. I'm not a hallucination. No, go with it. You're gonna stop. Oh, I see. Wait, does that mean... Why am I still here? Once I confirmed that she was alive, I should have probably left. Amy stares back at me for a moment before realizing that I've been fixated on her underdeveloped naked body for going on several minutes now. What are you doing in here? Can't you see I'm busy? Like I said, I thought you died or something. I'm just, you know, making sure you're still not dead. How would I die in the bath? I don't know, maybe you slipped and cracked your head open or something. True. Real dangers. I did it! I'm totally fine now. Get out! Okay, if you say so, just hurry up in here. I will, just please leave! Move out of the bathroom and close the door behind me. The image of Amy in the tub lingers in my mind for a moment, and I can feel myself starting to get hard.
Stop!
I wonder if it would technically qualify as incest if the two of us were to hook up. Whether it did or not, aside, there's still another, more pressing part of that. You know, the thing with the underdevelopedness. I mean, it's not like I'm really her uncle. I'm just role-playing. Kind of like we're role-playing or something. Sure, she might not exactly know that yet, but still. Thought I told you no peeking. I knocked on the door, but you didn't answer. I thought something might have happened to you. Wait, you knocked? Yeah, a few times, actually. Oh, I see. I guess not really your fault, then. I could be lying. Why do you seem so embarrassed? We're family, aren't we? Well, yeah, but I guess you wouldn't think much of my stupid body anyway. It's fine. You can even walk around the house naked for all I care. Sensei, come. Sensei? In fact, oh wait, no. No, he did say that out loud. Damn it. In fact, I more than welcome that idea. At least he said that in his mind. No way! I'd never do that, not in a gazillion years! Plus, wouldn't that mean you'd be doing the same thing? I don't know how I feel about that. What? Would it? Not particularly. What if one of your friends or a staff member showed up at the house? I could theoretically get in a lot of trouble being seen like that. Yeah, I guess that would be pretty bad, wouldn't it? Either way, I don't want you seeing me like that. Makes me feel weird. Weird? How so? Like, my chest gets all tight and I'm suddenly super self-conscious and it makes me want to die and stuff. Well, if it makes you feel any better, I think you're absolutely adorable. That makes me feel even worse! Amy storms off into her room and slams the door behind her. I'll make dinner while you're in the bath. I just need to cool off for a few minutes. She's clearly flustered. I'm assuming that's the first time a boy has seen her naked since she was little. I guess that teaches me something about her relationship with Sensei, though. Even if the two of them were close, they weren't up to anything unsavory. That actually makes me feel kind of good in a way. Amy's innocence is one of the cutest things she's got going for her. Right next to the twin tails. It would be disheartening to find out that she's secretly some sort of nymphomaniac. Is she? Though I can't say I wouldn't accept any advances. I'm only human after all. Nice bathroom, Jesus. Wow, wish I had a bathroom like this. I remove my clothes and get into the water Amy had been soaking in just moments ago. Ooh, what is this? America's Cheapest Families or like Cheapskates, whatever that show's called on TLC? Why are we sharing bath water? That's a little strange. I mean, it saves water, but Now, what am I going to do about this erection? I hope that's cold water. Amy wound up making a stir-fry for dinner. It was surprisingly good. If I get to eat her cooking every night from now on, this life is already 10 times better than my last. Not that the competition is all that great. In fact, in my previous life, I was a... Wait. What was I again? Why can't I remember anything? Sensei, you're remembering too much? This is getting in the way of this love story plot. Can I come in? Sure, the door is open. Hey. Something wrong? You look troubled. No, nothing is wrong. It's just that we haven't, developed a part of the game where you have your memories back, so maybe stop doing that? Thank you. I just wanted to apologize about before. Shouldn't have yelled at you. You didn't do anything wrong. It's fine. Don't worry too much about it. I know. I just didn't want the air between us to get weird and stuff. I don't know what's going on with you right now, but I just want you to know that you can always come to me if you're in trouble, okay? Sure. That's a little odd. Wonder why Amy is getting so real all of a sudden. You're, seems to be having trouble finding the right words and begins to trail off. Her eyes move back and forth between me and the door. Actually, never mind. We can talk about that some other time. You look a little tired. Tomorrow's Friday, we have school. But after that, you'll have a couple days of free time to get yourself back into your normal routine. For now, though, just try and get some sleep, okay? Good night, Sensei.
I'm watching you sleep.
What? Amy skips forward and gives me a quick hug before exiting the room. It seems like my new life as a teacher is going to start tomorrow, at the end of the week. Hopefully the rest of the girls are as understanding and easygoing as Amy seems to be so far.
Don't you remember what the portfolio said? Like, pretty much none of them, except for like 1 or 2 other ones, are gonna be like, okay.
Wonder what I'll be able to find in this life that I wasn't able to in the last. A job? Amy's affection is increased to 1. In Lessons in Love, affection points are used to unlock the next step in each girl's story. Affection points may be gained through main story events and/or spending free time with the girls. Some events are locked to progress with certain characters, so it's good to level up all of them. You can view your affection and lust with the girls through the quick menu at the bottom of your screen. The lust stat will not be visible in the tracker until you unlock it with each girl. In addition to the affection tracker, there's also an event tracker at the bottom of the screen. This will show you how much content is left to experience in Lessons in Love, and is organized by main events and side events. This marks the end of day 1. The true journey begins now. So I've already looked at that. Main menu shows like the date event, not the event tracker, the day planner or whatever. And yeah, that it literally shows. I'm not going to show it because that requires more editing. But you know, it you know, the scenes, you know, the ones at the bottom right showed like a preview of one. And I was like, really? Okay. Little weird to just have it out in the open like that, but okay. And yeah, so and you can change the girls' outfits, I guess, between summer and winter, I think. I don't know. Got that option, so. Anyway. Enjoy your stay in Kumon-mi. Never get over that name. Now. Please accept this next scene as a token of my gratitude for downloading the game. Uh-oh. That smile is unnerving. He'd never forget me, no matter how hard he... It seems like Sensei was already aware of her situation. I'm sure there's something I could do to her. No. I'm not a hallucination. No, go with it. You're gonna... Stop. Well, I mean, her parents are dead, so what can she do about it? Well, that's some spicy...